Grand rising and bright blessings to all of my petal patrons. Today is Wednesday, January the 10th, 2024. It is Mercury's day, and we are at the energy frequency value of 10 endings and beginnings /01, which is where the numerological frequency for the day comes from. You will see some shifts today, people, and even Stephen, as far as where things are shifting, a lot of planetary systems sort of guiding you towards the same thought process and principle. I'll pull the map up here in just a second, but it's less about other people today and more internal for a reason, okay? So the universe is asking you to really be honest about those new steps that you can take today and release some of the old things and really truly communicate that. And of course, we have a beautiful portal new moon that takes place tomorrow on the 1/11 date. And that frequency becomes a 2, and that is where you start to consider a little bit more about your partnerships, whether it's business, your soulmate, could be someone else that's very important to you in your life and how you're willing to expand those things. But let's take a look at the energy of the map. I'm going to bring up today's and tomorrow's. Hang on. Okay. So here for today's Wednesday energy, this is where the highlights I want to share with you are coming from. Everything is taking place today effective 6:15 a.m. between 3:14 and 6:14 between both coasts. We won't have another shift until about 7:10 p.m. Again. So we are in these energies for all day. The first thing that took place this morning was, whilst the moon is now here in Capricorn, it had a beautiful conversation here with Saturn in Pisces. And so I'm looking at this purple sextile energy that's here. And so the sextiles are those opportunities that we talk about for positivity and potential, all right? And so if you harness those energies for everything that Saturn is asking you to do in your responsibilities, then especially where it is within your thought process, then the universe is supporting you here. Of course, we also had a big conjunction that took place between the moon in Capricorn and, of course, Mars in Capricorn. So we had a lot of big push and momentum that's taking place that you can harness for how to get going with some of those different things. And then we've experienced a beautiful trine, and that is with Jupiter here in Taurus, also in that energy. And so those are big harmonies that are coming in to support, especially for communication and those things that are taking place with a lot of monetary concerns or structure concerns. So again, if you can release anything that's been challenging you over this last little bit, if you just needed the benefit of the beginning of the year to sort of get rolling, Mercury is fully direct at this moment and is having some interesting conversations. And here's where the other piece comes in. Juno and Pallas Athena coming in here. Also, Pallas Athena is here. This is Black Moon Lilith here. We have Vesta that's coming up here. I call them the sisters or the supporting energies that are important to us from the asteroids perspective. Same conversation, different bodies. They're enforcing that. What are you prepared to do with change? Why are you committing to what it is that you're committing to? Are you sure you really want to commit to that? And if you're committed to it, then let's go ahead and get the job done. And what changes do we need to be able to make here? Now, Vesta and Mercury today is talking about what you personally are doing from a spiritual perspective. And it doesn't have to be oming, like I said, for hours and hours and hours, but you do have to own what's you and yours and how you're going to get it done. So that's today's energy. Let's switch the map until tomorrow, and I'll share with you a little bit more. All right, my super important handwritten note here. Not very sexy, but it's effective. So I took out the asteroids because they're not really doing many changes from where they happen to be stationed, but you can see that tomorrow's a little bit more involved. We have 2 conjunctions that are going to take place, both here in the moon in Capricorn, and one is going to be the fact that we have the sun and the moon coming in together at 3:57 a.m. to about 6:57 a.m. New moon! Okay, it's also the portal. so if you want to get started tonight on some of those new moon wishes or any of those things, then you obviously can start getting that energy going today. All right. And then of course, we're going to have another conjunction that takes place in the late afternoon. That's going to be about 6:30 p.m. to about 9:33. And that's where the moon is going to have a conjunction. These two cross over here, Pluto, all right, in Capricorn. We are going to have a beautiful trine that shows up. So tomorrow's energy is going to be a little bit more about partnership, because Venus in Sagittarius is coming down here with Chiron and Aries. What can we now do within partnerships in that 2 energy, whether it's your domestic partner, business partner? Like I said, there's more energy that's going to support that a little bit with more emphasis tomorrow, because Venus gets directly involved with some of these different short changes that take place. Okay, so that's a beautiful harmony. We wake up into the energy of Neptune and Pisces, also having a gorgeous trine with that moon in Capricorn. So basically, before the moon shifts out of Capricorn and into Aquarius, which is going to be at about 7 p.m. to about 10 p.m., the conversation and the communication between what it is that you're doing from a personal value today, Wednesday, and potentially a group partnership sort of conversation, even if it's just you and you coming together, you and your higher self working through some things. The ultimate end all be all is that we're allowing ourselves to release those things that do not support us. And we're asking the universe to assist us with bringing some new things in. So I can release any old energies that are not serving me and replace them with beautiful things. All of us can do that. Take your time today, make some decisions that are going to be important for you. Use the portal tomorrow, okay? Very, very seriously, so that you can be amplified in those things that are going to work for you. That's what I got, guys. Many blessings. And some of you guys I will see live tomorrow. Bye.